Welcome back, my friends, for another fun reloading video. Today is a quick range report with my 6-cent tightwad loads versus my probably just as cheap 700X loads that I've been using. So let's jump right in here. I had loaded up 50 rounds with 3.4 grains of tightwad powder with my approximately 128 grain 358 125 RN. These were sized to 358, although it's a 9mm, they chamber in my gun just fine, so there was no need to size them down to 356. So I was able to recover almost all 50 pieces of the brass, and I shot about 60 pieces of the 700X load as well. Before I forget, our overall length was 1.040 inches. So let's get all uppity closity here on our primers. This is the 700X load I've been going with. I believe these are Remington small pistol primers. They might be Fiocchi. I can't remember. Probably need better notes on that next time. But you can tell these CCI 500s have the exact same amount of cratering. So although I could probably bump it up in charge just a little bit, I don't have a reason to because I had perfect function. The action was a little bit slower with these rounds, I think both because the brass was fairly dirty and it's a fairly light charge as well, so I could up it a little bit or just clean my brass. I do not have a paper target to show you guys, but I was playing around on the steel and I was just messing around and decided to try that 15 shots in 15 seconds at 15 yards sort of challenge I've seen going around. I think the tables and benches at the range might be 20 or 25 yards, so that's where I usually stand. But here we go, let's see it. So I've never actually done that before, right? Not bad. 14 out of 16, huh? Right? You could see when I missed the 2 down low and right, I way overcorrected on the next couple, and I basically was just smacking the left shoulder the whole time. But that was pretty fun. I'm going to have to try that pretty much every time I go out now. And if there weren't such a crunch on components, I'd probably do it a lot more. But as you can see, I'm limiting myself to maybe 100 rounds. Also, if you're wondering, that's where I collect all of my lead. I haven't even gone to the very back at the berm. I've only collected lead from under the steel targets this far, but I bet if I were to go and sift in the back, I'd probably hit a gold mine. And that's actually only one of 3 for the tactical steel pistol ranges that they offer there. Speaking of gold mine, I've been sorting out brass for like a week now. This is the condition I pick up most of my pistol brass in. So, yeah, it's a little messy. It's actually kind of interesting how I got most of this. If we realize that almost every gun ejects out to the right as far as handguns, I can just go to the berm on the right side and basically pat my hand in the grass and they jump out at me. So as I'm sorting here, I've got a bucket for 9mm, some 45 and 40, and also I've got a little bucket for miscellaneous stuff I don't get a whole lot of, which I'll sort at a later time once it's full. And here's probably 10 more pounds of that crap that I have to go through. When I first brought the bucket inside, it weighed 22 pounds, and that was with the bucket weight added into it. So I've got maybe 20 pounds of brass here to sort through. And when I say that this stuff literally comes out of the grass and the dirt, I'm not kidding. I've fought like 10 spiders out of here already. And some of you guys were commenting about how dirty my brass was and that I should be wet tumbling. Well, if, not having shiny brass isn't enough to want to wet tumble, how about just killing the damn spiders? I'm not talking cute little daddy long legs. I'm talking freaking brown recluses jumping out of this stuff. You can fit quite a large spider inside of a 45 AARP case. I was also able to find this cute little red snapper to go along with Mr. Brassy here. here, and a lot of live rounds laying on the ground. Like, they didn't even have primer strikes, so I might pull these and repurpose the primers perhaps, and then I can melt down those bullets and reclaim that as well. I also make sure to grab any .22 long rifles that haven't been fired or were a failure to fire or something. I don't know what brands they are, but there's always piles of live .22 LR just laying around. And it's pretty easy to just take a pair of pliers and pull out that projectile, and you just got 40 free grains of lead to throw into your pot. So that's all for now. I gotta get back to sorting out all this stinking brass here and maybe kill a few more spideys. But if you've made it all the way through the video, thanks for hanging out and checking in on the range report. Make sure to stay tuned for more. We will see you in the next video. Have a good one.